Welcome,
Oh, hey.
ladies, gentlemen, esteemed guests,
Thanks for answering.
everyone else. Welcome to Toddler Tuesdays. I am your host for this evening, Nando, aka Nandini77, on the Reddits and the Twitters. So I'll let my partner introduce himself.
I am John. Hi. I'm running the Twitter right now. Hold on one second.
For his Twitter name is
Yeah,
@JohnnyMulcahy,
yeah,
and
close enough.
um
My
is it
Reddit is
Johnny?
sassy_fetus on the
Mm-hmm.
Reddit. And tonight's question for the audience, which I've just tweeted out, are you surprised about tonight's award winners for the NHL awards? Do you think that there's someone that should have won that didn't? Do you think that someone won that shouldn't have? Also, just a little condition to that. If you're upset about a Bruins player, your opinion's wrong.
um,
I'm just kidding, of course. Or so you think.
all right. I guess one of my early, I guess really my only shocker for it is I guess really that the Jack Adams Award winner, which was Patrick Waugh.
That's true. I was a little
I'm,
surprised with that
I
as
was a
well.
little surprised by that, mostly because I figured he would get it like sometime down the road, and more so like when his team, because I know even though his team got into like the first round of the playoffs and then also had a really amazing regular season, I was really thinking that he would win it at some later point in his coaching career. I mean, and not as really immediately, because it just feels like I don't know. It just feels more of a bias because he's just a rookie coach. Well, he's not really a rookie coach, but more of a rookie coach in coaching the NHL, I should say.
True.
Um, let's see who else. Crosby won the Hart Trophy. I'm not really going to.
Hey, you know what I was just reminded?
Hmm.
Uh, the whole reason we got Tuukka Rask, the Bruins got Tuukka Rask,
Mm-hmm.
was from a trade
Rykov.
with Toronto
Well,
for
no,
Andrew Raycroft.
you know what was so
Oh
weird
my god,
about
that's
it?
hilarious.
It was the 8-year anniversary. Today's the 8-year anniversary of that trade, and it was today. The trade was today, and Rask got the Vezina today. So, yeah, the trade was 8 years ago today, and then the award was today. So yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of let's see, Duncan Keith got the Norris Trophy.
Ugh.
I mean, I didn't feel like there was a lot of standout defenders for me. So I mean, Duncan Keith is always a great defenseman. Um, King Clancy Trophy goes to Andrew Ference. I always forget what the King Clancy Trophy is. So, um, and the Calder Trophy goes to Nathan MacKinnon,
I was
which
surprised about that actually.
and the All Rookie team too. I don't know. I feel like Columbus is a bit underrepresented in that sense, but then again, it's just me being a homer probably, so I can't really
Nando
defend
being a
myself.
homer? Nah.
Um, yeah, I mean,
Shout out to Mario for mucking up the Twitter right now because I'm trying to find a link that I tweeted
um,
like 2 hours ago.
let's see. Oh yeah, Bergeron. Oh yeah, well I guess it
Bergeron
was
swept. He won every category that he was
yeah. Well,
nominated
no, I
for.
mean I didn't notice too that I just noticed that um his NHL 15 cover vote actually wasn't just a rumor. It actually came out that he
Yeah,
did win.
no, like they didn't, because all right. So at the time of the end of voting,
Mhm.
Subban was massively beat. Like there was at least I think the percentage was like 60-40 or
Okay.
65-35
Mhm.
for Bergeron. So Subban got beat out a long time ago, but the problem was you couldn't predict or you couldn't see how many votes there were on the EA website.
Oh, okay.
So everyone just assumed, well, if Subban won, it's because more people voted on the EA website.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't very. I mean, I just saw it as a rumor and not necessarily something to keep in, like, nothing to take as true, but yeah, I guess he really did run away with the votes. Um, I should really know what some of these awards are, but then again,
The
um,
Lady Bing didn't go to Marty St. Louis.
it didn't
Lightning
go.
fans rejoice.
Oh
I'm very
yeah,
happy about that.
wait, didn't the Lady Bing go to Crosby or her?
No, the Lady Bing didn't go to
Oh
Crosby.
no, Ryan
Yes, Uncle
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly.
Okay.
God, Nando.
I don't want to hear your sass right now. Actually, I
That's
don't
like
care.
that's my thing. Sass is my thing.
Let's see here. The Bill Masterson Trophy went to Dominic Moore. That's
Masterton.
nice. Oh yeah, Masterton. Yeah.
God damn it, Nando.
Mm. Oh, there's a video of Doc Emmer calling the bubble hockey game. Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah,
something.
that was kind of funny. I don't know.
I love Doc though. I mean, he's just great. Um. Oh yeah. Do you? I guess we'll ask this to the audience. So,
Sure.
would you feel that Wayne Simmons should be the next assistant captain of the
Yes.
Philadelphia Flyers?
Yes.
I I really love that dude, even though he's a Flyers player. I mean, really, I would love him on the Blue Jackets, even though he'll probably just eat up our cap space. But I just love that dude. He's just an awesome player to watch. Such a great mentality of the game. And then I would definitely agree that he should be the assistant captain. I
I'm
mean,
going to say yes so that I don't seem like a racist, and then I'm also going to say
why would you seem like a racist? Oh,
because Wayne Simmons is black and I'm white, and by saying no, the first is not well,
what?
John's racist. Like
That's so stupid. That's such
I'm
a.
putting it.
That's a.
Regardless, I think he is a good player, and he
I,
certainly this year at least blossomed to help the Flyers do well.
I
I
feel like
think
he did that as soon as he stepped in. I mean, hell, he was doing that in LA, and that it seems like he's developed more of a leadership role, especially off the ice now that he has his
more
own
leadership
charity.
role.
I mean, well, Wayne Simmons has his own charity drive now for the Philadelphia area because I know he comes in and like helps kids a lot in rec leagues and most of the time I think it's just equipment too that he brings to some of these kids, so that's good. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, what about where do you think Kessler's going now that he's
Kessler,
apparently
didn't he say he wanted to end up in Pittsburgh or Chicago?
like they'll have the cap space for that, especially Pittsburgh. I really don't think he could fit. I mean, he could fit in there, but he's gonna probably have to
I
take a
think if
chunk.
anything, he'd only fit in Pittsburgh's system.
Well, yeah, he would, but I mean, I'm thinking in terms of financial reasons, he's probably not gonna fit in there, since a lot of the I feel like a lot of the situation in Pittsburgh right now is just re-signing the big players that they have, and then probably wanting to save up their money later on for their rookies that are really going to be good because they have a few defensemen or defensive rookies that are doing really well. So, in terms of feasibility, Ryan Kessler is probably going to have to shorten his expectations on where he wants to go. I know that's mean to say, but I mean, I really don't think he can fit in anywhere else, except for maybe like a medium market team, because he clearly doesn't want to
A
go to any
medium
small
market
market.
team. So you mean the Columbus Blue Jackets, Mr.
No,
Columbus Blue Jacket?
no, 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 no,
No, you don't want Ryan Kessler.
no. I don't even
Why?
care if he's from Ohio. No. No.
Why not?
No.
Why?
Oh. Oh.
I'm
This is
asking
the
you
way.
why.
Yeah. um.
No isn't a reasonable answer.
You're a reason. Anyway. Um. No, I really don't think
Our
that
lame
he's.
joke cast.
I really just don't think. I mean, he has such a big player mentality, and he has such a superstar mentality, and that's something that Columbus really tried to eliminate a long time ago. With well, yeah, I guess it's now a long time ago, but they eliminated it essentially with Rick Nash leaving because
Matt Nash.
they were officially declaring that they don't want this big figurehead that's going to eat up their cap space, and they would much rather go for like the gritty, like hardworking players who seem to have more of a value for the team than themselves or just wanting to maintain their own image.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in more of an individualist perspective, Ryan Kessler would not be a fit. And plus, I'm pretty sure our GM or even our front office will not be willing to give up that much money, especially with what we're dealing with now, in that Ryan Johansson is a restricted free agent, and we're
They
going
could
to have
always
like,
choose to work the corners for extra cash to pay him.
yeah, but I don't know. And we also have like four more players, and essentially all of the players that we got from the Nash trade are up. Their contracts are up this season, and we're also working on figuring out what to do with our defensive situation. So that's going to be a huge concern for us. And the last thing we want to do is pick up some big name player who probably will treat us like Jeff Carter did to us, but that's a different story.
So you want to pick up a small name player?
Um.
Like name a small name player that the Jackets could use right now.
Oh, let's see. I was really expecting that we would get Sam Gagne in the Umberger trade,
You
but
wanted
Scott.
Gagne. I
He,
mean, Gagne is huge and he's good, but
no, I'm talking about
you
Sam
wanted
Gagne.
Gagne and Hartnell for Umberger? I don't
No,
think that.
no, not both of them. Just either or. I wasn't even expecting Hartnell. That was like a
Yeah,
shot in the
you
dark.
guys got lucky for Hartnell.
Yeah, we really did, didn't we? Sorry.
That flash of excitement.
No, because I mean, I love Humberger. I love that dude to death. I really think he'll do well in Pittsburgh because he really just needed a change of environment, and even then, he was still really good for us in certain situations. Mind you, they weren't. They were extremely limited in that, but yeah, Sam Gagne from the Edmonton Oilers was really the only target in my mind that was going to be for the Umberger trade. But then again, thinking in the long run, Edmonton really didn't see that much value in Umberger. Probably, well, they probably couldn't because I mean he's an old player, and if they're going to take some kind of leader, they're probably going to pick up someone in their mid-20s and not in their early 30s, which Umberger is in his early 30s. I think he's like 32 though. So it's good to see Umberger back in his old team. I mean, really, he only has played for two teams, which is the Flyers and Columbus.
Yeah.
That nature.
Nando, could you do me a favor real quick? Could you put the YouTube link in the chat?
Oh, sorry. Oop.
The viewers cannot view if the link doesn't work. That or, my phone just doesn't, send proper links.
Well, that's just a shame. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh yeah, Hartnell wrote a letter to the city of. Oh, I almost said the wrong city, Philadelphia. I almost said Pittsburgh.
Good job.
God
damn it, Nando, the YouTube link.
Well, that works.
It works, but not if you don't have Hangouts.
Well, I really.
How inconsiderate of you. The viewers want what the viewers want. The customer's always right.
Okay. Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed guests, if you wish to view the. Well, I'm pretty sure they
Hold
can't
on,
even.
let me try to predict what he's gonna say. ladies and gentlemen, esteemed viewers, if you'd like to view the podcast on something that isn't Google Hangouts, too bad.
No, I was gonna say go to our channel, Our Hockey Cast, and find a live broadcast from there.
You're a
Jesus,
live broadcast.
Jesus, John, I'm not that mean to the people. I am the people. Wait a minute.
You're not a person. I'm not racist, everybody, I swear.
Oh man, that's funny. Sorry. Let's see. Crap, I can't get the link to work on here.
Yeah, I couldn't earlier either.
But yeah, the page keeps disappearing every time I try to click on it. So this could be
Google, you need to learn some advice from the experts, Nando and John. First, you gotta know how to be cool. Second, goddamn it, fix the Hangout links.
our Google angry chat, whatever. I don't know.
Our Google Cast.
Our Google rant. There you go. Let's see here. I'm trying to think what else is there. So, I should probably read you the all-rookie team, which is just for our first liners. So we have Palat, McKinnon, and Johnson in the forwards position, and then we have Lindholm, Krug as the defensive pairing, and
Krug's
then
gonna be captain in like 15 years, I'm calling it.
and then we have Frederick, or I'll just say Anderson, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong at some point.
What name?
Anderson.
Okay. How would you mispronounce Anderson?
Well, no, it's his first name, not really his last name.
What's his last name?
No, I just said his last name. I said his first name was the one. Oh my god, this is a really pointless.
So what's his first name?
Friedrich, or Frederick.
Frederick. Sound it out. It's Frederick.
Well, no, it looks like Friedrich. You know,
we're arguing pronunciations again.
Yes, we are. We are. You know what? Our pronunciation cast. Let's see. Varlamov almost got the Hart Trophy too. Of course, I don't want to recite what he did, but yeah.
What did he do? Please explain.
No, I don't want to explain. I don't even like.
Give a brief description.
Domestic assault.
Oh, Varlamov with the kidnapping?
Wait, it was kidnapping? I thought it was domestic assault.
It was domestic assault and kidnapping.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I think it was like something about he got. I don't remember the story exactly. Nobody quote me on this, as everyone quotes me.
I am quoting you on this as we speak.
He got into a fight with his wife and then took his kid and left.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. That's the domestic dispute and then kidnapping. Yup.
Oh yeah, Patrice Bergeron wins. Oh, I almost said Wins the Selk Trophy. Let's see. It feels like a really interesting trade. Here, you know what? Let's talk about the Hartnell trade, because that is a very interesting scenario. Because, statistically, Umberger is not a very good player. But on the other hand, Scott Hartnell is a very good player.
You're a very good player. Just kidding.
And from the situation that they're in, they're basically the same age, except for Hartnell has played at least one more year more than Umberger has.
And he's a hell of a lot better. No offense.
Well, no, a lot of people are pointing fingers that, Hartnell played in the Giroux line. That's what made him so good, but even by himself, Hartnell's still a really great player. What?
Like, I talk about how much the Flyers suck all the time, and Simmons, Giroux, and Hartnell are the best three. And they're
not even Shen, or even Baby Shen?
Everywhere.
It really is a more complicated trade to think about. But
a 4th-round pick and Umberger for... Are you on the Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
God, there's three of us on Twitter.
No, I'm not. No, I mean I'm on my own Twitter, but not the Twitter.
Oh, well, Mario's tweeting from the account again.
Okay. Anyway, because it just seems so. I mean, it seemed bizarre, but I guess it really just. I'm not sure really how it was to the point that that the Blue Jackets somehow got Scott Hartnell. But I'm happy anyway because it really improves a lot of things, mostly our cap, and it helps really develop our team because now we have a really solid and probably stable second line, and we also allowed, Corey Tropp to become a more active player and not be benched so often. Because that's essentially what we really wanted to do with getting rid of Umberger is allow Corey Tropp, who we picked up from waivers from Buffalo, into playing more often for the Blue Jackets. Do you have any opinions on this
On the
trade?
Hartnell trade?
Yeah.
Nothing more than what I've already said, that Jesus, the Blue Jackets got very lucky and they should be counting their blessings right now. Hartnell, Horton, I don't know anybody in the Blue Jackets. They got Bobs, so
Let's look
All-star
over the
cast.
entire roster. Brandon Dubinsky, Artem Anisimov.
Dubinsky, that's who I was trying to think of. Anisimov and Dubinsky are very good as well.
Ryan Johansson, hello. Freaking all-star, possible all-star of the team, Ryan Johansson.
Okay. How many times have we talked about the Blue Jackets just in the podcast alone, in any of our podcasts?
A lot, mostly because I'm here.
Well, yes, but we also have just generalized the team. We've talked about maybe three guys.
Wait, we bought out Mike Commodore? When did this happen? Okay,
What?
sorry. I'm looking at Cap Geek right now.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Sidney Crosby won awards again.
Yeah, well, he won two. He won two, which I mentioned.
God, he's overrated.
I don't think he's overrated.
You're overrated.
Aw, thanks. Okay, so I really don't think Crosby is an overrated player. I just think that he can be the most... I mean, I don't think he's likable, mostly because of his talent and because of his personality as a player. But I still think he's a great player, even though I really want to punch him in the face a lot of times. But that's mostly because I'm a Blue Jackets fan watching the Penguins kick our asses, which was really the case this season, except for the playoffs.
We have questions.
Okay.
Should I just ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, first, we have a response to our initial question, are you surprised by any of the award winners? At Mary A. Minx, no. Incredibly salty, yes. So,
I'm guessing she is a Flyers fan?
I'm gonna just double check real quick.
Okay.
Nashville. So I'm assuming that it's because Weber got screwed.
Wait, Weber was supposed to be involved in this somehow?
Weber was for the defensive trophy.
Oh, this is
that
for the
ended
awards.
up going to neither Chara or him. It went to Duncan Keith.
Oh, yeah.
I hate Keith.
I don't...
Anyway, our first question, do you feel Weber was robbed? Yes.
I don't know. I don't really.
Shea Weber is the face of the Nashville Predators.
Yeah, but
He was robbed.
I mean, I really couldn't give two hoots and a half about the Predators. I know I shouldn't say that, but
Janetta's gonna kill you now.
Yeah,
We're gonna find out how to make her mad.
Yeah, Hugh Rixey's probably gonna kick my butt at some point. She's just gonna drive over from Nashville and beat me up at some point, or I don't know.
That was from at Jagerbombed or Jagerbomb. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, the Shea Weber question.
Yeah. She's also got two more. Do you feel anyone was robbed?
I feel
Weber.
No, no.
Weber, Babcock.
I don't give two shits about Weber.
Yeah, you know why? That's because none of the Blue Jackets were nominated for an award.
No, you know what? Yeah, well, that's what I was going to mention.
You're just salty.
No, and another thing that I want to
I
mention.
can smell the salt, Nando. Don't deny it.
You know who really should have been in that discussion too is a lot of the Pittsburgh rookies. Because they've stood out like a sore thumb in that team. Mostly because, like, even, oh geez, what's his name? Robert Bortuzzo? Is that his name?
I don't know.
He was definitely supposed to be, wait a minute, oh geez, what's the name of the Rookie of the Year award? I always forget the name of these awards. Calder.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Calder.
Okay. Alimata. Okay, yeah, he got 5th, so I'm not really that mad about it.
Fucking Mario. Jesus.
Okay. I'm sorry. I really do think a lot of the Pittsburgh and really Columbus players really should have gone into that discussion of Rookie of the Year category more often than not. But oh well. McKinnon, yeah, he was pretty phenomenal though of a rookie. I will say that, but I'm so mad.
Krug, I think Krug got rubbed as well.
Oh jeez, I wonder why.
I'm a little salty. Not very, though. Anyway, third question from @Jagerbombed. Do you think Crosby deserved both those awards? Oh, God. No, obviously.
I'm fine with the Hart Trophy. Jeez, I'm trying.
I don't remember what the awards were for. I think one of them was the MVP.
Ted Lindsay and Hart Trophy.
And what were they for? The Hart is for MVP.
Oh wait, and Art Ross.
So, Nando, he only won 2.
Really?
Apparently.
I thought he got the Art Ross, Ted Lindsay, and the Hart Trophy.
I think one of them was for scoring the most goals. So that one.
No, that's the Richard Trophy. You're probably talking about points.
Yeah, I'm talking about points then. I guess I don't know because Ovi won the Richard.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh yeah. So.
All right, somebody tweet at us at our HockeyCast and let us know what the hell he won, please.
Someone correct me. Okay, I should also mention Gaborik is apparently closing in on a trade with Los Angeles.
A trade? You mean a deal?
Or a deal, yeah, whatever.
God,
trade deal, whatever. I don't really care. Anyway, do you, John, and do you, audience, think that Marian Gaborik, the Slovakian, should get an extension deal with the LA Kings?
No, he should re-sign with the Blue Jackets. Just kidding.
I
think he needs to find a place to stay. Thank you, Nando Shatner.
I am. Wait. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, I really don't think he can find a place to stay, mostly because, and I'm really speaking of this from experience as a bystander and
Okay.
a bystander and an active participant in watching Marian Gaborik, mostly between New York and Columbus. I would say that he can be good initially, and he can wow a lot of people. But the problem with him is he becomes very, like, stagnant or lazy, and he doesn't seem to produce as well as, like, he produced initially, and then it ends up becoming that he plays so casually and so haphazardly that he ends up injuring himself. Because he does get injured quite a bit. I mean, it's not very minor, but he still seems to find himself getting injured. I believe at one point this season when he was with Columbus, he got a wrist injury, and when he came back, the day he came back, he scored a goal, and really wasn't paying attention onto the ice. Got hit in a situation really where it was both a dirty hit and he could have at least avoided it, and somehow re-injured the same wrist that he had injured beforehand, so he was out for another 4 months. And that essentially was one of the reasons why Columbus traded him in the first place. And I know it was a bit lopsided in that trade to Los Angeles because I believe we got a conditional trade that we ended up keeping, thankfully. And oh boy, Matt Fratton? Yeah, Matt Fratton
You're
was.
just wonderful with the pronunciations, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. Um, anyway, but yeah, I really don't believe that LA should really rush to a long-term deal with Gabrick. Mostly because he's old too, but I really don't think that they should rush, especially since the rumors are 4-year deal type of discussions, and I believe that maybe a 1-year deal and see where that goes really should be the topic they should be considering, and not a 4-year deal. So, how about you? How about you, John? How about you, audience?
Do you have to ask the audience so many questions? I'm trying to fix the Twitter account problems.
Well, I mean, I'm asking you too, so you don't have to.
Okay, I apologize. What is the question?
Oh my fucking. What do you think about Gabrick getting an extension?
What do I think? I said he needs to find a place to belong. I think he fits with the Kings. I said this 5 minutes ago. Were you not listening? Was anybody listening?
Well, no, I just wanted you to elaborate on it and not just sit.
I'm sorry. There's 5 different people tweeting from the account right now.
Well,
I'm
there's
trying to
actually
fix
two between you and the
No,
one
it's me, Mario, and an unknown source.
unknown source. Who could the unknown source be?
Do you want me to read the conversation that's going on right now?
Well, apparently you're talking to yourself, so that's essentially what.
Evidently, but alright, this one wasn't from me. Remember, guys, you can ask us questions by tweeting at us or using the hashtag AskOHC hashtag. And then I responded from the same Twitter account, I'll ask you a question using the hashtag. And then whoever tweeted the first one said, go for it. And then a third person said, you go for it. This first person is Mario. So Mario responds,
maybe Mario is talking to himself?
That would be extremely annoying. And
that would be hilarious, first of all. I think you need to change your...
The last tweet in the conversation is, fuck the hashtag raw.
Wow, this is just a circus of a day, isn't it? Let's see how...
I love how there's so many people tweeting from the account, but it's just you and me in the podcast.
What are your plans on coping for the off-season, now that the off-season has come up?
Preparing for college.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna start figuring out what's going on with my dorm.
Oh yeah, when are you heading off to college, by the way?
I don't know when move-in day is.
Oh, you don't? You should.
They have to work out who's getting what rooms, so hopefully within the next month, I'm getting told.
Okay.
What room I'm gonna have on what floor, but I have my roommates all set out, and there's been an issue where you're supposed to be able to confirm your roommate request or your room request. I don't know. College is weird. And when me or my roommates try to sign in to the housing gateway,
yeah,
it doesn't show us anything.
Huh, that's bizarre. For me, our move-in day is extremely late compared to where a lot of my friends are going to college, because they're moving in like early August, and my move-in day is August 27th, I believe, and then our freshman orientation is our move-in day, because freshman move-in day is different from other upperclassmen, and then our first day of school is basically the week after. So we're probably starting school in September, whereas everyone else in our area is starting like August, like the first 2 weeks of August. So between August 7th and August 14th.
Yeah, I think we move in on the very first day of September, because we move in and then the very next day we start classes.
Oh.
I believe that's how it's supposed to go. That's what it's one of the many schedule things that we received at orientation said. We have
Uh,
some more questions, I believe, if you want to get to those before we
let's
start talking about off-topic
go.
stuff.
Yeah,
Aisha, at Twerk for Twerk, by how many votes will House still win the Selk next year? He won't. He'll receive 0 votes.
Hosa?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think he really can. I mean,
I don't think he's gonna.
no, I don't think so. I don't think him as much of a flashy player. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not, something to capture the attention of.
He's no Patrice Bergeron, am I right?
Bias. Bias. Okay, let's get to the next question.
All right.
Bias.
Mary Aming said no. Now I will be a salty Flyers fan. Okay. All right. Okay. Pace Farms asked us a couple of very good questions. Who's a better goalie, Hasek, Roy, Brodeur, or Chad fucking LaRose?
Why is this discussion popping up all the time?
Uh,
I will honestly say, I believe Ari had mentioned this previously or in yesterday's podcast, but there are way more people to consider than just those goaltenders listed, because you have Jacques Plante, who is the innovator of not only a really good style of goaltending, but also innovating for safety reasons. And then you have Larislav Tretiak, who is part of what a lot of modern goaltenders build their playing style off of, mostly because he was part of that Red Army team.
Mondo, answer the question.
I'm gonna say, I always love Brodeur more than any other goaltender, so I'm gonna go with him. If we're just talking from that list, I will say.
From that list, I'd have to say either Hasek or Brodeur.
But then again, Hasek has a very unique style in which no one can play like him.
He's the only stand-up goalie left in the league.
Oh, yeah. Oh, between Brodeur, yeah.
Brodeur's the only stand-up that still plays in that style.
And I feel like he's the best stick handler amongst a lot of modern goaltenders. I know a lot of people will say Mike Smith, but I still think he's crazy. Or he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I should fairly say.
Okay, so have we agreed Brodeur?
Yeah.
Okay, next question from Pace Fall.
That was somehow easier than I thought it would be. Okay, go ahead.
Bigger HHOF snub. Lindros, Brindamore, or Chad LaRose?
I would say Lindros.
Okay.
I mean, I like Lindros.
Lindros is a beautiful, beautiful man and player.
Yeah. I mean, I really liked him, mostly because he had such a hard work ethic. I mean,
it's amazing how quickly we can blow through these questions when no fall is in here.
Oh my god, that's so mean. Why would you say such horrible things?
I'm talking about his fire alarm, dick.
Oh,
and
I
also
thought
the fact that 2 weeks ago he crashed the podcast, and then, the last 15 minutes answered every question as if he'd been here the whole time.
Okay, let's continue before
Another
we get
question
more.
from Case Farm. Favorite fan base that is not your own?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I like this question.
I'm
gonna go with
oh jeez. Hang on.
the Minnesota Wild.
Oh jeez, hang on. I'm trying to think of candidates first of all. I mean, I'm really going off by what I've seen through Reddit, which is very limited in that. I will say, oh jeez, Toronto fans are really funny. They're either really funny or they're just mean.
No, I'm changing my answer. Montreal. That was a joke.
Oh jeez. I mean, I really haven't had that much experience, but I will say, a lot of the reason why what I think of a good fan base is those who stick around at the worst possible moments in a franchise, and that what usually comes to mind is Buffalo. Mostly because a lot of people have huge respect for their past more than any other team.
True.
I mean, of course fans really do have respect for the past, but I mean, when you think about Buffalo as a team who really idolizes the people that have been around them, and even like the players who have came and gone, really respect Buffalo, even though they probably haven't done much success with the team. But I will say Buffalo is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Minnesota just because like it is the state of hockey. And normally I'd say Detroit, but this past season the Detroit fan base has proven to be one of a true contender for the most elitist and biggest group of assholes
Uh,
in
uh,
NHL
uh,
fan bases.
uh,
Just in my personal experience. Most
I
of them,
will.
not all of them, most of them. But then I have met some nice Montreal fans. So
I will. I will say though that I've noticed a really good trend in Detroit fans, how they have like more of an ability to. Oops, I just dropped my earbuds. They have more of an ability to talk about other teams in a more respectful manner. I mean, sometimes it's not very respectful, but then again,
normally, like if you ignore this season, you could see. Well, yes, they have been a very respectful fan base, and then you look at this season where they just sort of became they
well,
they they degenerated into literally Montreal.
I mean, there's a lot of shit that happened for them this season too. Like at one point, almost all of their starting rotation was injured, and they were basically running on a Grand Rapids team.
True,
And I mean, their fourth liners were becoming first liners because everyone was getting
because everyone
injured.
had a groin injury.
Yeah, and then I will say the whole debacle between Gustafson and Howard, that was really interesting to watch. So I will say, and then also the infamous Kings, or that infamous goal they scored against the Kings, which, yeah, we'll get into it about that, but whatever. Um, let's see, are there any questions?
Oh, there's a ton of them. Pace
Okay,
Farm's blowing it up.
all right,
How do
let's
you
go.
feel about the Hurricanes signings today, specifically Gerby and Hainsley
I,
or Hainsey?
it's
Gerby was
probably,
what?
I see they're pretty safe. I
They're
mean,
it's gonna help them in the long
yeah,
run. I mean, you
yeah.
can't just make a team out of stalls. There's only so many of them.
Yeah, they're gonna stall up the progress of that team.
That was the worst joke I've ever heard.
Oh shit.
Almost
Oh
as bad as the
shit.
Selkie joke made in the
Oh
NHL awards today.
shit. Get at me. Get
They were
at
good.
me.
They were good because the
I
Hurricanes can't
am a
run on
comedy god.
just the stalls alone. Okay,
Bow
moving on.
before me. Bow before
Uh,
me. Okay.
something about Corvo crying in the corner.
Uh, I don't know what that means, but let's.
It's in the notifications bar. I'm just reading everything. In response to that corner crying joke, good from Pace Farm. In what hilarious, innovative ways will Jim Rutherford run the Penguins franchise into the ground?
I will
Then trade
say
Crosby for a bucket of pucks.
no. They'll get rid of their rookies. That's really the only thing that I will think that will really destroy the Penguins is if they get rid of their rookies because they have a very good prospect system as of right now. And I
Probably.
believe that if they get rid of that, they're going to just run on this mentality that they can basically run on the same type of team that they had in 2008, which they really can't. And then just believe that, oh, just because we have some of our players from 2008, we'll just make a team and get to the playoffs
That's true.
and win everything.
Alright, so getting rid of the rookies or trading Crosby / Malkin / Brooks Orpik. Orpik's a
Okay.
good guy. He's getting older, but he's still good.
Yeah.
Moving on, another question from Pace Foam. What team made the playoffs this year that won't make it next year? I've got a great answer to that question. Nando, how do you feel?
Go fuck yourself.
You know what I'm going to say already? Can you read
um,
my mind?
I am of the firm believer that
The Blue Jackets will make it again.
yeah, well, no, I mean I'm thinking of other teams that won't. I mean, I really don't think that the Colorado Avalanche could pull it again.
No, they'll do it. I
I,
think I think it might be maybe Minnesota, or I think it would be the Blue Jackets.
uh, I mean, and it also really depends on what the Rangers do this offseason too.
That's true.
Because whatever the Rangers can do will really make or break what their season turns out to be like. I mean, really props to Vino and everyone in that team for making something out of what was basically a bunch of people worrying about what the future would look like. Because I feel like that's all that was going to cripple that team, but man, they really made a great run of a playoff opportunity that they had. Are there any other
Yeah,
questiones?
there's one.
Preguntas?
This one's actually
Preguntas?
is another good question.
Mhm.
What is the best line/team in the NHL? But I don't want to generalize it to a team. What is the best line that you can think of right now that's in the NHL?
Oh God, past or present? I'm guessing present at
Present.
this point. Oh,
Present.
oh
It's right
sweet.
now. Hashtag Skull Bros for life. Just kidding. I'm gonna go with the Bruins' third line of Riley Smith. I can't think of anyone's name. Kevin Miller and Chris Kelly. I
I'm
think
trying.
Kelly was on the third line.
I'm trying to think of like for some reason LA and Detroit are like the first two teams that came to mind. Um, Columbus. Well, no, Columbus has too many mismatches.
All right,
They've been.
how about pick one from your team and then from a team that isn't your team.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Dubinsky, Atkinson, and Calvert line, mostly because they really seem to just be able to set each other up. I mean, I know their production hasn't been as great as the Johansson line, but in terms of utter teamwork, they're pretty amazing. And they're also short, so I mean, their effectiveness, while also being limited in their height department, is pretty great. I'm gonna go with the Kopitar line in LA.
Homer.
What?
I don't know. Isn't Gabrick on that line?
I yeah, actually, yeah. Well, I mean, during this playoffs he was, but I'm talking like regular season overall. Yeah, that was a
Okay.
really good line.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna pick two for the Bruins because I did like the Lucic Iginla Bergeron line.
Homer,
Um,
Homer J.
also,
Simpson.
I'm picking one from my team.
Well,
So
no, you
along
you
with the
already
third line,
no,
shut
you
up,
meant okay.
shut up. So the third line and the first line, and for a team that isn't the Bruins, what line did I really like that I was going to talk about?
Do 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 do.
Sing Funky Town, I dare you.
Well, I'll
Oh,
talk
God.
about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Do, do, do,
Does it have
do.
to be a forward line? Can it be a defensive pairing?
I would say forward line for this question.
Then I would say I really don't know. I can't pick. There's so many good lines.
You cannot even.
You're
Okay,
right.
let's move on. Let's move on to the
Yeah,
next
let's just move
question
on.
before I make
Uh,
more jokes.
Anizev Trophy, worst goalie in the league. Who you got?
I
Tim Thomas.
oh my god. Um. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm just really going by starting goaltenders.
That's what I did.
Oh my god. You're such a horrible. Anyway. Huh. Hmm.
Jose Theodore.
Is he still playing?
I believe he is.
That's a really. I mean.
Rick DiPietro, Mika Kiprusoff.
Oh, whoa. Hold the phone. You are not calling Mika Kiprasov a bad goaltender. You kidding
This
me?
season he didn't even play.
No, I don't give a shit. He retired. Are you shitting me? He retired.
Anyway,
That is not even a
anyway,
valid.
who do you have? Who do you have?
Um,
Jimmy Howard for being average?
no. Mostly because, I mean, I really don't think he was average.
He's not. That's the joke.
Okay. Corey Crawford's glove. I'm just kidding. He was
Corey
actually
Crawford,
making.
let's throw that one out there.
I'm not throwing that out there.
I
I would.
will. No shame.
Oh no. I always think of Mike Smith. I don't like Mike Smith. I don't like his playing style at all. I mean, I don't think of him as a really.
Whoa, what is this? I got a
Whoa.
million texts.
Okay, that's not very related to the moment as of right now. Yeah, I mean,
I'm
Mike
sorry, it
Smith.
just surprised me. I'm not used to having so many friends.
I'm surprised I have friends. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I just don't like Mike Smith as a goaltender. He worries me so
Why?
much.
Because he plays like an asshole?
Well, no, I feel like
That's
he
what I would
plays.
say.
No, I feel like he
Plays
plays beyond
absolutely
his
so
means.
much. He tries to get contact, but like he makes sure that he doesn't initiate it.
No, I feel like he's playing beyond his means. That's really the only concern I have because he plays so much bigger than what he can really do, and it ends up. I mean, he plays at such a high risk, and he always does things on the edge. And I just feel like at some point that he has to like settle himself in and snap himself into reality before he hurts himself and damages his career in the long run. I mean, I feel like he's a very irresponsible person on the ice. I mean, sure, now that his puck handling has gotten a lot better as of recently, I still don't. I mean, I still worry about that guy. It's more about worry. It's really more about worrying and the fact that he's. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just, I just don't like Mike Smith's behavior on ice.
Okay. All
So
right, let's move on because I want to be able to have our usual end rants that we talk about whatever because we've got nothing else to do at the end of the podcast. So,
okay.
two more questions from Pace Farm. Sir Google Trophy. Shittiest person in the league. Who you got?
Matt Cook's knee. Um,
James fucking Neal.
James knee. Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate to say it, like Matt Cook is like almost equal with James Neal right now, just because of how they play. Like normally, like
You
if
know
this
what
was
though? I
mid-season,
would. I mean, all jokes aside, I really do think that James Neal really tried to change his attitude this season, except for the playoffs, which somehow that seemed to boil over. And
okay, hold on, he need Marshawn in the fucking head.
J- uh, Matt Cook?
Neal.
I'm talking about Matt Cook. I
Oh,
don't give a shit about James
you
Neal.
just said Neal. You
Well,
said
no,
Neal.
you're talking about Neal. I'm talking about Matt Cook.
Yeah, I thought Matt Cook changed his attitude again, and then he did something to. He threw a leg check at it. Who was it?
Yeah, but that was during the playoffs, though.
No,
I'm
that
talking
was
about
during
like
wasn't that during towards the end of the season?
no, it was playoffs. He
No,
really
it was against Dallas. That's how I know it
no.
wasn't the playoffs.
Uh,
It was Val Niskanen.
Niskanen.
Is it Niskanen?
I thought it was Niskanen.
I thought it was Niskanen as well, but the way it's spelled doesn't say Niskanen.
Well, I mean, we're not going to get into freaking
Pronunciation.
pronunciations right now.
That's true.
Oh,
Okay,
God. My
so
computer
Matt
is
Cook and James Neal. It's agreed. Penguins are literally the worst.
Yeah, I mean, James Neal is just a pest. I really think he could be a better player, but he just wants to be a pest. So we'll just
Yeah. I wonder if the U.S. military's contacted him about weaponizing his knee yet.
This isn't Cards Against Humanity, John.
Anyway, the Jill Eve Award, worst head coach. Who do you have? Are you thinking the same thing that I am?
I'm thinking the fucking Winnipeg Jets coach.
Oh, I was thinking Torts.
No, hell no. I love Torts. Screw you. Torts is an amazing person.
Torts is funny, but he's a shitty coach.
No, he's not.
Did you
He
hear
needs
what
to
he did in Vancouver? You clearly didn't hear what he did in
No,
Vancouver.
you know what he needs to do? He needs to find a team that believes in his system more than he does.
He needs to find a team that he can actually get along with. I'm telling you, you clearly didn't hear about what he did in Vancouver.
Well, he did a
He
lot
never
of shit.
went over game footage with his team. He never talked to the team until it came before the game. He, like, practically abused the team. He didn't want to be there, and he made it clear that he didn't want to be there. He even tried to get, who am I trying? He tried to get rid of Kessler. He tried to bet
Kessler's
Kessler.
leaving anyway, so what difference does it make?
No, but before Kessler even said he wanted out of there, Torts wanted him out. So Torts is part of the reason he wants out.
I feel like I really do feel like whatever Torts can find success in later in life really depends on how much the team believes in him. Because he's not very much of a person that you can really throw into any situation and then expect greatness.
That's true. All right, so we've got our worst coaches. Do we have any other notifications? Let's find out.
Let's find out what that's all about.
No, that's it.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so
Oh,
we
what do you feel about the Islanders?
How
Because
do I
they've
feel about
been
the Islanders?
yeah.
I'm surprised that they have any draft picks. Yeah, and that they still have Jonathan Tavares.
Uh, I still feel like they're going to be high contenders.
You feel like
Excuse
they're
me.
going to be contenders? I don't.
I really do feel like it because I mean it's always going to be a logjam in terms of the Metropolitan Division.
That's true. They could
So
sneak in at any time.
yeah, I really feel like they could pull like something big, but I feel like it really is dependent on how much they can develop their team because they have a lot of ground to build on that they need to build on, I should say. And I also feel like Buffalo could be another contender at some point, but that's going to be like 5 years later. So hopefully the Blue Jackets will get a cup, and then I won't have to worry about it as much.
True.
Do
So,
you,
are
do
we
you?
at our end rant? We're at our end rant. Yes.
Okay.
So, have you, I'm wondering, is Cards Against Humanity a Steam-based game?
It. I'm not sure. There's an online setup that they have.
Yeah,
There's
because
Cards
I know
Against
that
Humanity.
you and a bunch of other people have, like,
Oh yeah.
played
Oh
it
yeah.
online, and I've seen screenshots of it, and
I
I was curious, but I never saw it.
I have met people through Cards Against Humanity. Let's put it that way.
That's a
I will
little
say,
awkward.
you know what? You're a little awkward. I'm just kidding.
Well, I know I'm a little awkward.
Anyway, I will say Cards Against Humanity is definitely a really fun game that, like, even if you make really terrible jokes, everyone mutually understands what the point of the game is, and you can
Yeah.
get along really great. And it's really fun too because you end up meeting a lot of people who have the same sense of humor as you do,
As
which
I do?
well, no, as anyone. Well, I'm talking in a general terms. I mean, because like even if you like claim to have like a really terrible sense of humor, I'm pretty sure you can find someone in the Cards Against Humanity game who has a way worse sense of humor, and is probably funnier
Yeah.
than you are. I'm speaking generally. I'm not talking about you, John, in any
Okay.
way. But I will say, Cards Against Humanity is a fun game. Everyone should play it. Everyone should play with custom cards and with a bunch of people who have a mutual liking to something, because like playing Cards Against Humanity with a bunch of hockey fans and you get a bunch of blind cards, you can come up with some really funny stuff.
We should actually do that once we end the podcast.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, I talked about this on my solo podcast a few weeks ago actually. There's this game called Munchkin. Holy shit, it is the funnest game I've ever played, and it's a card game, and it's awesome. Basically, it's like a very simplified Dungeons and Dragons,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to find out if you can play it online, but I don't think I can.
Huh, Munchkins. Is it just like one of those Nintendo games, or?
No, it's a card game.
Huh.
And so like you set up and you like there are door cards and then there's treasure cards. Everyone picks 4 door cards and 4 treasure cards, and you play it out. So it's like 3 to 6 players, and so you kick open a door by flipping open the top door card on the deck, and if it's a monster, you fight it, and like you can be different classes,
Mm-hmm.
different races, and it's really like it's simplified down, and they make jokes like through it. Like I have a certain version of it called Munchkin Apocalypse, and one of the monsters is called the Antichrist, and it's like I think it's like a level 10 monster, quote unquote, and like it gains +5 against anyone who has any form of the pronounced word Chris in their name.
Oh, wow.
And it's hilarious.
Mm.
It's fun, and I really wish I could play it with
Mhm.
like you guys or any of my friends who don't live anywhere near me.
Yeah.
But I don't believe I'm looking it up right now. I can't find how it would be an online game.
All right. Oh man, that sounds fun. I mean, because I've been trying to get into card games lately, so that sounds like a good idea.
They have a flash demo for a quick introduction, but
Oh, okay.
I
You got
don't
my
think
hopes up
that's how
there
it
for a
works.
second. You got my hopes up there for a second. Anyway,
Well, I'm looking it up right now. So,
okay. Let's see. Yeah. Um, I mean, I'm really not sure what to think of like hockey. I'm pretty sure this off season is going to be really busy, just like every other off season. So I don't feel like there's going to be a point where we're going to have like a slow period. Probably it's going to be the times like after the draft and after free agency is done.
uh,
Mostly.
we have a question.
Woo!
Damn it. Which is the better card game, Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering? Dear Christ. I
Okay,
used to have a huge collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I don't have them anymore. However,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
I have an enormous Magic the Gathering deck that
Yu-Gi-Oh,
I don't play anymore.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, I've only played Yu-Gi-Oh, so I will say Yu-Gi-Oh is probably is the shit. First of all,
Yu-Gi-Oh is awesome.
I mean,
The
there's a
correct
lot of
answer should be Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of really. I mean, I feel like it's more like it's more about
I feel like
developing
they're
your
almost the
game.
same thing, but Yu-Gi-Oh was here first.
Well, yeah, because it's been around since the 90 or since 1999.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! It has a lot. It's just more fun. I mean, now I'm pretty sure it's way better than when I used to play it. So,
Uh, so let's just quick fire questions at each other.
okay.
Okay, what is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card?
Oh boy. I remember um what was it? There was like a vampire. I remember at one point, like right before I stopped playing, there was like a vampire set where you could play um like a vampire queen, a vampire king, and a vampire prince. But I always remember the vampire queen was way better than all the other cards, mostly because she was like a special card or whatever, where like inflicting damage increased her points, and then having X number of trap cards or magic cards on the field increased her points, and it was just an awesome
Yeah.
card to play with.
Uh, uh mine is honestly gonna be Blue Eyes White Dragon, because I mean,
Oh,
how can you not love that card?
that's such a cliche answer. That and
My blue eyes.
yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll just move on. Your question for me.
uh, oh gosh. Do I have a question for you? I
I
really
can keep going. I got a few questions that I feel like we could get out there.
Yeah, go ahead because I'm still trying to think of
Yeah,
one.
none of these are hockey related, actually.
It doesn't matter.
Do you watch gaming channels on YouTube?
Um, I used to.
Quick
I
yes
really
or
yes. It's only Game Grumps and PBG gameplay.
no? Yes, Game Grumps. I was gonna throw that out there.
It was Game Grumps and all their affiliates. I really
Oh
should
my
say more
god.
specifically. I
Yes,
mean,
Game Grumps
it's
the
not.
channel just in general. I
I
haven't
mean,
watched a lot of Table Flip.
I haven't watched as much as I used to, but I still think they're great.
Who's better, John or Dan?
John,
Oh, you're one of those people.
what? Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Let's
I
move on
think
to your next.
Dan.
Move on. Move
I
on to your
think
next
Dan
question.
opened the
Move
I think Dan opened the channel up a
to
lot to other
your
things.
next
John was a
question.
lot of hit and miss stuff.
I don't know. I feel like the problem with John was that
He
he
yelled.
really could. Well, he could. Well, that's the fun part.
No, I know, but I'm saying is like he got like they got with John around, they got so much into it that
mhm.
like it became like a test of like who was gonna get more pissed off. And I think this one's more about making the funny, and then Dan can get Ross and uh, Aaron back to like playing the actual game because that's what he wants to do. He wants to progress, and
Yeah.
John was just like the guy that like
He
John
just
plays
wants.
games like my brother does. Like, oh,
He
let's
just
go
wants
over
to.
here. Am I supposed to go that way? Let me go the exact opposite direction and see what I can do.
Or he just wants to do all the goofy shit and not
Yeah.
really pay attention to the. Well, I mean, I feel like the problem with John that it came more to his own production. I mean, I know a lot of people were really mad about him not
I
really
was upset, so
doing not doing stuff for his own channel and just focusing more on Game Grumps, which I mean, I respect the move, but God, I just miss him on the show. Um, ooh, I have a question for you.
Ooh,
What is? Oh gosh, these are just getting weird. Anyway, what is your favorite movie as of this year?
as of this year,
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen that many movies this year.
Shame on you. You should watch a Lego Movie.
I want to, but I've had no one to go with, so
Dude,
I don't like going to
dude,
movies alone.
dude. Who gives a shit? Well, it's
I
actually
do.
on DVD. It's on DVD now. Yeah, you can go watch a Lego Movie on DVD now. So yeah, watch it.
Anyway, what movie did I see? I saw the new Spider-Man movie. I liked it. It was
Really?
nice.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised. A lot of people were giving a lot of crap to that movie.
I enjoyed it. But I didn't like how they sort of Dark Knighted us.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
We left the theater and my friend was like, "We just got Dark Knighted. The Dark Knight 2, the
Yeah.
Amazing Dark Knight." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "It's almost the same plot.
hmm
Hero goes for the girl, loses her, gets her back again, and then she dies before he can save her."
Wait, she really? Oh man, now. Well, I don't really care, but anyway.
Spoiler
No,
alert, it was in the comics. I'm sitting in the movie, my
no.
friend looks at me, there at the clock tower, he goes, "Oh man, I hope this isn't the scene where she falls and he saves her, but she snaps her neck when he saves her and she dies anyway."
No, you know what though?
I
The
looked him dead
whole
in the face and I go, "If you're right, I'm gonna kill you."
No, you know what though? That is always a running motif in the Spider-Man plot is that everything that Peter does always ends with somehow getting Mary Jane back. There is been tell me a Spider-Man movie where that doesn't happen.
Well, the first three weren't
Exactly.
that good, that's the problem.
Well, no, I'm telling you, everything revolves around him trying to get Mary Jane because the first one
That's true.
they weren't a couple. Second one, she got pissed at him, and then they had to take a break. Third one, she got really pissed at him, and then they had to take a break. So I feel like every single time, it's always running around trying to chase a girl back. So I don't know. I That's one of the things why I stopped watching the Spider-Man movies is just because I saw that pattern, and I feel like it wouldn't end just with Adam Garfield and
Yeah.
whatnot. So.
My turn. Uh, what is your favorite comedy band? Comedy band or group, like music group?
Wait, just music group or comedy?
Like it's got to be a comedy music group.
Um,
And why is it Ninja Sex Party? Attitude City video out today.
um, well, first off, I would like to say Avenue Q is way better than Ninja Sex Party.
That's a weird way to say Ninja Sex Party.
um, if anyone has not seen Avenue Q, I think it's just a fantastic listening experience.
Mine is gonna be Ninja Sex Party or Starbomb.
Yeah, I was gonna say Starbomb should be in that consideration too, but
I think that like if you're talking about one, you've got to mention the other.
yeah, that's pretty much it. My question do you have summer work for your college?
LOL. Not that I know of right now.
Okay, because we do, and it
Also,
sucks.
hey, I may be able to drop my government class, which is my only 9 a.m. class,
hmm
if I did good enough on the AP government test. So
Oh,
I may be able to drop that, and I can drop. I don't have to take any U.S. history courses
ooh, nice.
because I got a decent score on the A-Push test 2 years ago.
Mm.
I may not have to take psychology, even though I want to. Like, there's so much I can do,
hmm
or so much I don't have to do now, which I'm very happy about. Being a history major is great right now.
Um,
I have 2 classes a day, I think.
well, no, you'll probably have 3 and 2.
No,
Three
I have,
classes.
because I have a 10 a.m. class. I don't have any classes after 1 o'clock.
Wait a minute,
Every day.
wait a minute. So you actually got your schedule back? set up already?
I have my schedule. It's somewhere.
Holy crap. I'm not gonna get my schedule till like July or till like July 11th, I think is the day.
If I can find it. Oh, I should be able to find it
But then
soon.
again, your school is probably bigger, and it's not a private school like where I'm going to.
No, I got it. Give me a second. My current schedule is...
I like how you had to rummage through a bunch of crap just to find a freaking piece of paper.
No, the bag was in the corner of my bed and it almost tore open. That's why.
It sounded
one
like
bag.
you were rummaging
Through the bag.
you were
So,
pillaging the bag.
9:30 a.m. on a Monday. I have Intro to Psychology, or Sociology, I mean. And then I have no classes until 12:30.
Nap
and
time.
From 12:30 to 1:45, I have College Writing 1.
Well,
Tuesdays, that is on Monday. Tuesday, I have an 8 a.m. class. So I'm sorry, if I did well on the AP Gov test, I don't have to take the 8 a.m. class. It's Intro to American Politics.
You know, you probably should get rid of your core classes at some point too, you know?
Why?
Because core classes are really going to eat up your schedule later on in your year, especially when you're declaring your major and trying to get rid of all of the classes necessary for your major. Taking your core classes early will be really beneficial for you later on.
I'm taking my... Well, these aren't my core classes. Like, this is... What I have right now is, like... the only class that everyone is taking is College Writing 1. Everything else is like specific for the history major.
You should probably do that later on.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my counselor soon anyway, because I'm gonna have to change my schedule based on my AP scores.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna have Intro to American Politics from 8 to 9:15. Then I have 15 minutes to get from that class to Western Civilization 1. Then I don't have class until 12:30, which will be quantitative reasoning, which is like math for people who don't major in math.
Oh, so you're talking about the one where it's like applying mathematics to real world scenarios kind of thing.
Pretty much. It's like it's supposed to be some easy math that no one ever complains about.
But that's just a bunch of word problems too when you think about it.
I think so. Yeah. Wednesday, Intro to Sociology at 9:30. First year experience seminar at 11, College Writing 1 at 12:30. And then the Tuesday schedule is just repeated on Thursday.
I will tell you right now that we're not supposed to get our roommates until tomorrow.
I already have my roommates, so I'm way ahead of the schedule right now.
And the only thing I have to worry about is classes, which apparently are open on the 25th too. But I still have to look through and figure out which classes I'm actually going to, because the only thing I have in mind right now... Oh yeah, we don't even know what our placement exams are.
Yeah,
that's what I'm worried about.
The week that I had orientation.
I took my... I think I took my placement exams like when I was exempted from my finals. So... And we weren't supposed to get them back till way later, which for me is weird since I'm going to a small school, but whatever. I'm trying to think. Have you picked up on anything interesting lately? Because I've been reading a lot.
Besides Munchkin, I've been trying to spend time with friends as much as possible.
Oh yeah,
because I'm not really gonna see many of them, and like I can read all I want when I get up to college. Because I'm gonna like looking at my schedule. I don't have any classes on Friday, so I'm gonna have all the free time in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to A, make money, and B, spend time with friends so that I can like try to feel good when I leave and not feel too upset. Like, oh, I'm never gonna see him again. I mean, in all honesty, I'm going to anyway.
Yeah.
Between breaks and stuff, and I can come by on the weekends and whatnot. But it's gonna be pretty boring when I get up there. I got two roommates that one of them's trying to get me into Game of Thrones. And
wait a minute. You have a two roommate situation right now?
Yeah, I have two roommates. So the problem was I sent out 3 different roommate requests, and I only expected 1 response, and 2 of them got back to me.
Oh,
so
God.
I was like, all right, so I'll just do a triple. It's whatever.
Oh my God, that sounds ridiculous. I
will look at it this way. it's not. I'm not in a situation like I could have taken the Posse scholarship and
Yeah.
possibly ended up in school with you, but I
Yeah.
also didn't know you when I was recommended the Posse scholarship,
Yeah.
and so now I'm pretty upset about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what though? It's really weird too because we get a lot of people from Boston coming into where I'm going.
Yeah, because it's mostly it's partially because of the Posse scholarship
That's
because kids
probably it.
like kids learn about the school and then they're like, holy shit, I want to go here.
Yeah,
And
because a
like
lot of people mentioned that they hadn't even visited the school when they came down.
I remember you were talking
Okay.
about going to Center College, and I was like, oh, I
Mhm.
almost ended up going there. Oh, it's all right. He's probably like commuting, and then you were like, oh yeah, I'm living on campus, and I was like, god damn it, I'm upset now.
No, you know what was funny too is because like from like age 9, I had my like mindset on going to just one school, and it wasn't even Center. It was Xavier, which is in Cincinnati, and then all of a sudden I saw Center, and I'm like, you know what? This place is actually better. And
I felt that way about UMass Lowell, and then I went up to Merrimack, and
hmm
Merrimack at that point was the only school I wanted to go to.
yeah,
But we reached a situation where Merrimack we knew was going to be way too expensive, and I still wanted to go.
yeah. Um,
And like
let's
I got accepted, and Merrimack covered half the cost, and it was still
mhm.
too expensive. So
No,
I was very upset having to commit to UMass Lowell. Not that it's a bad school. It's just it's not really what I wanted.
oh yeah. Um, Jeez, I mean, I don't know. It just feels weird talking about colleges because I still don't feel like.
You
I
like
mean,
it's still a shocker that you're going and that you're leaving.
well, no, I mean, I've kind of came to the notion that, oh yeah, I'm probably not going to see this person or this person or this person, but I mean, like, I don't
We've got
know.
to do more meetups with our little Reddit group.
Well, I
We
just
gotta
came
post
out of one.
more.
I
I
just
know you
came
just
out of
came out
one.
of one. You said I wasn't able to see you.
I don't know. I just got through mine, which was awesome.
Eh.
Um,
Well, that's because you live close to people. I live close to people too, but I can't really. I'm not close enough.
yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. They had to drive some pretty far distances because I'm pretty sure everyone lived an hour away from Cincinnati except for me, which I live like 10 minutes away from Cincinnati. So,
Jerk.
well, Cincinnati, it's a great place to go to. So if you ever find yourself there, don't
Give you a
bother.
call.
Yeah, because
Okay.
since, I mean, dude, we can go to an ECHL game, and it'll be a blast. And they'll have cheap food and cheap everything, because double minor hockey league and whatnot. $20 front row seats. Nothing really to complain about.
Yeah. I guess next question. I think it's me.
Yeah.
Should I ask because you're focused on that? Uh, what is your favorite uh actual music artist?
Wait, what do you mean by actual music
What
artist?
What are your top three favorite bands and or artists?
Okay. MF Doom, Fall Out Boy. This is in no particular order, by the way.
Yeah.
MF Doom, Fall Out Boy, oh sweet Jesus. I'm trying to go by artists who I've known for a long time and I absolutely adore and everything and anything that they put out. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna edit mine a little bit and say Madlib slash MF Doom. I feel like they're on the same artist level, but I still can't decide on either or. And then last one, I don't want to say Kanye West because I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that. I love that
Who
dude.
Kanye loves more than Kanye is Kanye.
Hey, go fuck yourself. Hmm,
Not wrong.
I don't, I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay. Should I go?
Go ahead.
Lincoln. This is in no particular order too. Lincoln Park.
Oh,
Uh,
Jesus.
all
Stuff in
time
there.
all time low. Old all time low, not new all time low. Specifically old all time low because they were good, and this all time the current one is bad.
Oh my god.
Um, And third is it's sort of a mix. Like those are honestly my top two favorite, and like the third is usually occupied by whoever I'm more interested in at the moment. And like right now, that could be it could be this band For Today. We Came as Romans.
Such a pop punker. Jeez.
Well, I am. Shut up.
So much pop punk. Pop
For Today is
punk.
actually a Christian rock band.
Pop
What's
punk.
Falling in Reverse. That's definitely a punk band.
I said pop punk. Like Blink-182 type shit, not
Yes,
punk.
Blink-182 is good too.
I was making that as a reference, but okay.
No, it's just like like I like those bands. I'm sorry if you don't like me for having that interest.
I'm gonna reject you from now on. I'm just kidding.
You're gonna reject me?
No,
Nando,
I'm
love
kidding.
me.
What is love?
My girlfriend, but
Baby, don't hurt me.
you're the
Don't
only
hurt
one.
me.
Bad touch, no. What is your favorite video game?
Oh, Infamous series.
The Infamous.
And
Ooh, interesting. Mine would be Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed can get really repetitious really easily. I feel like it really does get really repetitious easily. And I mean, the Infamous series mostly because it's just cool. And it's just, I mean, like, really, the powers that you get and all the shit that you can do is pretty badass in
That's true.
itself.
Apparently, I pre-ordered Infamous Second Son,
Mm-hmm.
but I never got a PS4.
Wow.
So
Really?
I'm gonna leave that.
You never thought that through?
I think what it was is I was selling games back, and I was like, oh, I'll just pre-order this game. Eventually, I'll get a PS4.
Oh.
And what happened was I never ended up getting one. I'm going to probably in November when they come out with that Destiny bundle with the white PS4. And
I don't see what the I mean, I really don't see what the appeal is. I feel like it's just like a huge marketing scheme just to try and sell it in another base color.
well,
Because I
yes,
feel
because like I think the
no, because at some point you can just customize it. And I'm pretty
I
sure
know,
people can
but
customize
there's
it.
also people like me who are just kind of lazy and don't want to do that. So like the more difficult to obtain color is
Mm.
always the better color. Like nobody really liked the white Xbox. They liked the black one. And then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, we know how nobody wants a white one, so we're just going to come out with black ones only." And then
Yeah.
they came out with a black Xbox One and only the developers got white ones and oh my god, they look beautiful.
Yeah.
Xbox Ones still suck. The color doesn't change that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like at some point you can just customize it because I know even with the Xbox 360, the customizations you can do on it are ridiculous. And I know the PS3 really has more of like just putting stickers on it, like skin stickers, not really like a plate like you could do with the Xbox. But yeah, I feel like at some point they're gonna just make it customizable, and then people who have white Xboxes are just gonna be
Nanda, how long have we been on air?
uh an hour and
I know we're
an
not
hour and a
supposed to.
half, an hour and a
Okay,
half.
so let's. Do you want
Okay.
to end it at 11, or do you want
No,
to end it now?
I guess we'll just end it now since we're probably hitting overboard limit at this point.
Well, Overboard is 2 hours, and we're not really supposed to go much farther than an hour and a half. So
Actually, I think it's like an hour and 15 minutes,
okay,
probably.
okay. I don't know how many times I have to discuss this at the end of each podcast.
You know,
I was specifically told not to go, not to hit 2 hours. If we hit an hour and 45 minutes, that is bad. We're supposed to keep it at an hour and a half or less, but we're already past that, so I want to ask one more question.
our rules cast. Sorry.
Do you want this to be... Should we make this the last Toddler cast until
I
next season? I
probably
think we shouldn't.
no, because there's going to be a lot of shit that's going to go down in the NHL. And I feel like really the end, like the point where we're going to have to take a break is probably like August or September.
I think August would be a good time to take a break because we're going to have
Free agency.
our announcements cast right now. We're going to have a lot of 45-minute around there podcasts about specific teams and what they're doing with their free agency. So I think that we could definitely squeeze in what we're doing for the summer and what's basically been going on, general news.
Mm-hmm.
from
Yeah,
the points of an 18-year-old.
2 18-year-olds, and then whoever
3 if we
defends
have
them.
more. Actually, No Fall's not going to be able to do it because he's going to be working. So it's basically just going to be you and me because no one else ever shows up on this podcast.
Just the two of us.
Oh,
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Oh god, we sound so out of sync. Anyway, okay. Ladies,
So we should.
gentlemen,
We will
esteemed
not
guests.
be ending this podcast until around early mid August. You heard it here.
You heard it live, ladies, gentlemen, esteemed guests, gerbils.
All right, let's go in the hangout then.
Okay,
The actual
bye.
hangout.
Okay, bye.